This is how those white boxes of snow make it over to Europe from South America, for educational purposes only. So this is AK, and once again he's a character in Tokens, which is the TV series I'm creating. In the show, this guy is top of the food chain. He's involved in bringing in different products from Afghanistan, Morocco, Albania, Colombia, you name it. Now AK is not a guy that's on road, he is the whole road network. Anyway, this is how he works with the teams out in Colombia to make it snow in Europe. So the trade starts in the farming regions of Colombia, where AK is buying each box of artificial snow for about 5 million pesos, which is about 1,000 Great British pounds. Now there are loads of farming regions in Colombia, but AK works with the paramilitaries over here in this region called Cauca. Now if AK wasn't serious, he would just try his luck. He'd load his stock onto some shipping containers carrying bananas or something like that and send them straight to Europe from Colombia. But this isn't the 90s, and like I said, AK is top of the food chain. He knows that there's increased policing around the coastal areas of Colombia, so our guy has to break up the journey a little bit. Here are some routes that he uses in the show. So option 1 is to load his products into a single engine plane and fly them over here to Venezuela. And from here he uses small boats called go-fasts that take his products to the Caribbean islands. For reference, to get from Venezuela to Trinidad here takes about 10 minutes in a go-fast. It'll then go from island to island until it ends up somewhere around here in the Dominican Republic, where security isn't quite as tight as Colombia. And when it's here, it gets concealed in shipping containers of legitimate goods heading directly for Spain. Usually it will be inside some perishable products because they get fast-tracked through customs once they reach Europe. AK's preferred option though is to take advantage of Europe's presence in South America. Because of the historical European hobby of colonizing places, there are loads of Caribbean countries that have strong ties to Europe. So sometimes he'll send that single engine plane through to Venezuela before reaching Guyana, where it's then sent on to French Guiana, which is part of the EU because it's technically part of France. In fact, they even use the euro there. Then from French Guiana, the boxes of the snow are either hidden in cargo ships or carried by mules on regular passenger flights to France. Sometimes AK is booking out entire flights and every passenger on that plane is carrying something inside them. And with the margins he's making, he can afford for a few to get caught. Now AK's product finally makes it to Europe and it's time to distribute it. It either enters here in Rotterdam, which is Europe's busiest port, here in Valencia, which is also super busy, or here in Le Havre in France. AK pays some local kids to trespass onto the ports, break into the shipments and retrieve the boxes of snow. And then to distribute them, snow salesmen from all around Europe will come and collect their pieces, which then gets cut down to smaller pieces and sold to smaller salesmen. Something that cost AK £1,000 to buy, £1,500 to transport and £1,500 to retrieve will be sold for anywhere from 20 grand to 40 grand depending on market conditions. Remember, AK isn't your local snow seller who's happy selling his boxes of snow and making a grand. He's involved from the farm to the table. Anyway, in Tokens, these routes get a bit tricky for AK because of some modern techniques that are being used to stop it snowing in Europe. So AK creates new shipping lines, shipping from Brazil to West Africa, and then moving the product up into Morocco, where he already has transport available for his other bits. But that's a story for another day. Anyway, Tokens coming soon, follow me for more.